Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Big Russ for Project Concept, and this is part 2 of my history of sport trucks. This time I'm talking about the S10. The S10 was the choice of trucks for modifiers. Whether you wanted to go racing, lay your truck out in the weeds, or go off-road, the S10 was the truck to choose. Produced from 1982 to 2004, 2005. It was one of the longest running trucks GM's ever produced. And because of that, there were many variants that fit any lifestyle. From work truck to sport truck, the S10 was the truck. In '88, GM had just released the redesign or the new design of the half-ton trucks. They also released the Cameo, available with a 4-cylinder or the 4.3-liter V6, ground effects, lowered suspension, and 15-inch rally wheels. This truck was the truck to buy if you wanted a sweet truck with a warranty. This truck was also supposed to be the test bed for the Cyclone, but that never happened because Chevy or GM wanted to keep the S10 to be the affordable truck, while the GMC, being the crazy truck, held at a higher standard. And how high of a standard did they set? You went from a small work truck, throw in a big V6, a turbocharger, an intercooler, and all-wheel drive. You had the recipe for an ass whooping the car world had never seen before. We're talking a pickup truck that was faster than a Ferrari. Yeah, let that sink in. Early 90s performance, this was the benchmark. And this truck right here is the rarest of said benchmark. Marlboro Edition Cyclone. Marlboro red, white graphics, target top, F1 pace car. Yeah. Now, Ferrari had a big motor. Mustangs had a big motor. Camaros, Corvettes, everybody had a big motor. And this whooped on all. At the same time as the Cyclone, you could get a Sonoma GT. The Sonoma GT was a two-wheel drive, naturally aspirated 4.3 that looked like the Cyclone. It was much more affordable, but a rarer truck. The Typhoon came out the following year in '92, and it whooped the hell out of everybody. To this day, Clint Eastwood still drives one. And nobody could deny getting their ass whooped in a drag race against one of these, because you had the kids in the back seat and the family dog all licking the windows. 93 marked the end of the square body S10 and entered the round body for 94 model year. Chevy introduced 2 concept trucks in 1993, the Highlander being their off-road version, as well as an SS, which we'll get to later. The Highlander featured a sliding third door, which nobody had extra doors on a small truck at all. This later became a feature, minus the sliding part. It also had a taller ride height, wider track width, and a neat little trick that nobody did until 2004 when Nissan came out with it, and that was the bedside storage container. Yeah, Chevy did it in '93, teased us, and left us with blue balls. That truck became the ZR2. In '94, the only way to get a ZR2 was a regular cab short bed, and like I said, it was about 3 to 4 inches taller than a standard four-wheel drive, had a 4-inch wider track width, and a manual locking diff in the back. This was the perfect truck for the weekend warrior who liked to go off-road, hunting, fishing, and have a truck that he could take to work on Monday. Same time, they introduced it as a Blazer, so you could take your family on your four-wheeling and camping adventures. You could not get this in a four-door. So if you had a family and wanted an off-roader, you got the Blazer. Early 2000s, the ZR2 Blazer was a sensational vehicle. Chevy introduced the Shark concept, where they took a Sawzall to the back of it and kind of made it a convertible to try to compete with Jeep. This truck never made it into production, and we're glad because it would never pass any kind of safety standards. Even though I kind of wish I had one right now. This was the S10 Concept. It featured what would later become the step-side truck beds, pushed all the way out to where the fleet side beds were, and welded on to give you this little baby dually. Now, this didn't rock a dual rear wheel. It just had some big fat billets. And now, it also had a Blazer composite headlight setup. And this was just a concept truck, guys, but they actually built it and it did run and drive. Chevy back then, they either built something really crazy that didn't work or something really cool and plausible that did. And who can't deny that orange paint job? 94, the new body style dropped, and so did the SS S10. Gone were the crazy bedsides, gone were the Blazer headlights. Instead, we got body-colored grille and bumper, some early 90s Z28 inspired wheels, a limited slip diff, a 4.3 V6, a quicker ratio steering box, and in 1998, that truck went away. During its entire production run, it was only available in 3 colors: black, white, and red. So if you see somebody trying to sell an SS S10 and it's not black, white, or red, kick them in the sack and give them $2,500, because that's about all it's worth. The SS and the ZQ8 had a special suspension setup on the rear. As you can see, there is a third shock absorber mounted with the leaf spring to help reduce axle ramp. With the SS gone, you could still get the ZQ8 package in any truck you wanted, as long as it was a 2-wheel drive with the V6. And that went for Chevy or GMC. SS was gone, the Extreme took over, and what a killer looking truck. You had ground effects, lowered suspension, and wheels. It was the perfect truck for the time. And unlike the SS, you could get it in an extended cab, which meant that a popular truck became even more popular. They also released it on the Blazer, so they had the best of both worlds. You had street trucks and off-road trucks. Everybody was happy. And GM made bank. I'm going to leave you guys with some photos of when I moved my truck from my old place to my new place. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe to my channel. Leave me some comments on what I should do for the next video. And please share my videos if you found this, entertaining or enlightening. That being said, guys, I'm Big Russ. Love you guys. And I'll see you in the next video.